headlight restoration on this thing. It's 2000 Buick Lacrosse, or 2005, sorry, 2005 Buick Lacrosse. Yeah, as you can tell, these headlights are pretty bad. That's the driver's side. This is the passenger side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the headlight restoration here. I bought the Mother's New Lens headlight renewal kit. This is not a sponsored video or a sponsored product, anything like that. It's just I seen it had good reviews on Amazon and it got shipped quickly, so that's what I bought. Mother's has good products. I've used them in the past. I've always liked them. So basically, it comes with a sanding disc here that you chuck up to your drill, and then it comes with these sanding pads that you put on top of it. And what you're going to do is you're going to go, probably the smallest is probably going to be, yeah, they got 800 grit. 800 grit's going to be the most coarse one they have in here. And then you're going to sand these with the 800 grit first, and then you're wet sanding, so you're going to be spraying water the whole time. So you're going to wet sand with 800 grit, and then you're going to move to wet sanding with 1500 grit, and then they've got a not a polishing pad, but a 3000 grit foam pad here. So you're going to work your way from 800 to 1500 to 3000 grit, and then once you're done with all that, you're going to this last one is not going to be wet, this 3000 grit. So you're going to wet sand with the 800 and the 1500, then you're going to dry with the 3000, and then you're going to polish it with the polish, the Mother's Power Plastic for Lights polish, and the polish pad. So just to recap, wet sanding 800, 1500, then we're going to go dry with the 3000, and then we're going to polish them up, and we'll see how this kit works. I can go ahead and tell you, don't expect that. I've done, now I've never used this particular headlight renewal kit, but I've done quite a few of them, and I don't think you ever get results like that. But definitely a whole heck of a lot better than what you have now, or what I have now, which is pretty bad. And I know the lighting up under here is not all that great. This is super yellow. It's not even showing you how yellow it is in the camera. But these lights are super bad. They're way worse in person than they are on camera. But I'm going to go ahead, start wet sanding with the 800, and then well, I'll just bring you along as I go. Okay, so here we are after I've been working with this for about 5 minutes with the 800 grit, and all I'm doing is soaking this down. I'm doing this with one hand, so bear with me. I'm not going to have much control over this drill with one hand, but I just want to show you. And then you don't need to go too awfully fast. And you just want it back and forth with just moderate pressure. As you can see, of course I was doing that with one hand, but as you can see, you need to tape off your paint around your light. I got the hood popped, it's up a little bit, and I got the tape in there. Of course, you know, when you're getting, you do want to get up around these edges real good, and you need both hands on the drill when you're doing that to, you know, really control it. But just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Work with it until when you start, you know, start spraying it off, the water coming off of it is pretty clear. It's not going to be clear, but you want it to be pretty clear, and then move on to your 1500 grit. I'm going to hit this just 1 or 2 more times, then I'm going to dry it off. You'll see when you dry it off, it'll be fogged over like this, because what you're doing is you're sanding down the plastic. So it'll be fogged over. Let me see if I can get some better light on that so you can really, yeah, see. So it's very opaque now, and now you can probably see how yellow, yeah, see how much worse that light is. You can see it much better with that light. So anyway, this is you know, kind of fogged over looking at the moment because I just sanded it. Now I'm gonna sand it just a little bit more with that 800 grit, then I'm going to move to the 1500 grit, then I'm going to dry it off and move to the 3000. Okay, I finished up with the 800 grit. I put a brand new fresh 1500 grit pad on here. Now I'm going to do the same exact process with the 1500 grit. Okay, so I just kind of want to explain this a little better. This is now when I'm done with the 1500 grit. And it's obviously wet. It's looking pretty good. You can see how it's clearing up. What I want to explain is some of you may not know very well, at least, sandpaper or the grits of sandpaper. 800 grit is actually pretty fine. It's not very coarse, but for soft plastics like this, it is pretty coarse. You know, normally, like if you're sanding wood or something, you're going to be using like a 60 or an 80 grit for coarse. So you can tell that, you know, 800 is quite fine compared to 60 or 80 grit. You can run your finger over it, and you know, you can't even feel any sand in it. It doesn't feel very gritty. It doesn't feel very coarse at all. But like I said, we're talking about soft plastic here. But anyway, what it's doing is that 800 grit is actually sanding down the plastic. So you're taking off layers of plastic. And then when you go to the 1500 grit, just like in woodwork or sanding anything else, you're still taking off more material, but you're taking it off with a finer pad. So basically the scratches or micro scratches that you created with that 800 grit, this 1500 grit is going to start taking them scratches out. And now when we move on to the 3000 grit, it's really going to take them scratches out, the micro scratches out. And then once we polish it, it should look very good. Now, like I said, you don't expect it to look brand spanking new. It's not going to, but it will look way better than what it did before. So anyway, if you're following along, we've done the 800 grit, we've done the 1500 grit. Now we're going to move on to drying this light off and doing it dry with the 3000 grit. And this is according to the directions. Normally I would be wet sanding only, but it specifies that you should dry sand with the 3000 grit, so we're going to go with that. Okay, now like I said, you will not get these to look like new, but I would imagine that's probably as close as you're gonna get. I don't expect these headlights are gonna turn out that good. And you can see the difference in the two. Try and run some light overhead. I mean, that was pretty clear. It is still a little opaque. It's not really coming out. You can see it in the video. It might be maybe a little bit more opaque in person. I'll have to look at the video later, but you can see the difference. I mean, come on. Whether that looks new or not, look at that. I mean, that speaks for itself. So I'm going to go ahead and run through the process. Here's the other side, yellow one. Let me put some light on it. So, you know, that's what they did look like. So I'm going to finish the process with the other ones, and then I'll bring you back. Okay. I don't want to show y'all like every single time because I showed you the whole process on the other one, and I don't want to have a super long video y'all don't want to watch. But I did want to show you this. That's the first pass after the first pass of the 800 grit. And look at this right here. You see that yellow stuff dripping down? That's all. I don't know how well. See all that yellow stuff dripping down? And that yellow puddle there? That's all the oxidation that just come off of this light just in that one pass. I mean, it's disgusting. And you can kind of see, you see how yellow that water is coming off of it. So each pass you do is going to take more of that stuff off. So it just depends on how bad your lights are as to how far you need to go. Like I say, me personally, I just keep going until the water that I rinse it off with is almost completely, you know, clear. You're probably never going to get it completely clear because you are taking off pieces of plastic, bits of plastic as you go. But, you know, I wait until I get it as clear as possible, and then I stop. I mean, there's only so much you can do. But anyway, and you want to keep it wet the entire time. But, and here's a thing too. You see that right there? Don't try and do this one-handed and take a video at the same time. I should have a stand out here instead of doing it this way. But anyway, I did that. You know, nobody to blame but myself. But there is a couple other, you know, paint problems on this car, so I'm either going to get some touch-up paint or, you know, just not worry about it, one of the two. It's not